some ongoing construction. Is that not a unique looking building there? Well, good morning from Tirana, the capital of Albania. Albania lies in the southeast region of Europe, considered to be part of the Balkans. And we're walking into Skanderbeg Square, the main city square of Tirana. I have been to Tirana before. I filmed Tirana, and then my data card went bad and I got nothing out of it. That would have been 2 years ago in the summer of 2021. It was June. It was COVID times, and Albania was the only country in Europe that foreign travelers could enter without restrictions. So I said, what the hell, let's go to Albania. And really had a great time. Spent 4 nights, I think, here in Tirana, and then went down to the coast, and then came back a year later and visited the southern part of the country. The last time I was here, it was during the Euro Cup of 2021, and this whole square was set up with like an outdoor pavilion type atmosphere with gigantic television screens, little food trucks and beer stands and things such as that. So it was really kind of a unique experience. Looks like they're setting up for something in this direction. I was down here a couple days ago and this all was not here at the time. Came over from Romania in hopes of finding warmer weather, and that mission was accomplished, as today's going to be about 68 degrees Fahrenheit. About 21 or 22 Celsius maybe. The big opera house lies right here at the edge of the square. Albania is a unique country, and then it's not a religious country. And what I mean by that is there's no official religion. About half the population identifies as Muslim, and the other half are either non-religious or Orthodox or Christian. A small pocket of several different beliefs. That is the National Museum of Albania. I had a chance to go through that a couple of summers ago. And down behind, can't see it through the sunshine and that big tent, but there is a museum, the Bunkart Museum, which is basically Albania back in communist socialist times was always under the assumption that they were going to be attacked, and they have these bunkers dug out not just in the main city here but all over the country, and they still exist today. You see them in the cities and the countryside by the beach, and here in Tirana there's actually a museum that I also visited a couple years ago, and it was quite a neat experience. Quite a bit of construction ongoing here in the city of Tirana. For November, still quite green. Plan today is just kind of cruise through the city and take a look at anything that looks worth filming. That's the building I started out here momentarily before, and see a little bit of a offset structure there. I remember that was started a couple years ago, and they've progressed it quite a bit. Much taller now than it was then. All right, let's go explore Tirana. So in 1912, Albania declared their independence from the Ottoman Empire, and this monument was built about 2012, and it's a 100-year anniversary to that Declaration of Freedom from the Ottomans. Of course, Albania in the mid-20th century underwent a period of totalitarianism and communism under Enver Hoxha. But those days seem long forgotten as you walk through the city. And Albania is becoming the what was once a little-known tourist destination. It has now become one of the more popular destinations, especially in this region. Been here for a couple days and I've met so many people from the United Kingdom, Germany. Of course, the weather down here has got to be better than it is up there. But a lot of investment from other countries coming into Albania, so it is a up and coming destination. Town of Tirana, the city of Tirana, has about 900,000 people that live in the greater Tirana area. Another unique building there. This park was the only part of my video that I was able to salvage from a couple years ago. I made a little introductory clip down here in this park, so we'll walk back through. There's much more to see here in the capital of Albania. Well, good day, good morning. From the coast of the Adriatic Sea, we're in Durres, Albania. We have left the forests and the mountains of the Carpathians behind us in Romania. Took about a €12, $12.50 flight from Bucharest. And we are back in Albania. My third visit to Albania. My second trip to Durres. I came here in 2021. And that was just by chance, because in June of 2021, Europe was not open to foreign visitors for the most part. Definitely not in the EU because of COVID-19. Albania, however, was wide open to visitors and tourists, and I came and spent 4 or 5 days in Tirana, which is the capital, only about 25-30 kilometers from here, and then spent a week down here in Durres on the beach before I took a boat across the Adriatic to go to Italy. And then I spent the next month working my way up the coast on the east side of Italy, going through such places as Bari, Pescara, Monte Silvano, up to Venice, Trento, and then got into the Austrian Alps. Hard to believe that's been over 2 years ago. So we are walking kind of north towards the actual port in the city of Durres. Durres is the second largest city in Albania, right behind Tirana, the capital. It is going to be about a 4.5, maybe 5 kilometer walk, about 3 miles to get all the way in there, but we'll have the beach with us for at least the first half of it. Temperature today going to be 68 degrees Fahrenheit. What's that, maybe 20, 23, 24 Celsius? For the latter stages of November, though, that's perfect. Everywhere else in Europe is mired in a cold snap right now. A lot of the cities in Central Europe, Prague, Vienna, pretty much all of Germany are at freezing or just above for high temperatures, but not here in Durres on the Adriatic. Although I've been here for about a week, and let's say out of the 7 or 8 days that I've been here, half of them have had substantial rainfall to the point where you weren't able to get out here and do a little jaunt along the beach like we are this morning. Get up here past the palm trees and take a more panoramic look back into the port here. They do a very nice job of keeping the beach clean. You see some remnants of rain yesterday. It started raining overnight and went all the way through probably a good straight 22 hours of consecutive rainfall, and it was heavy at times. But up here along the edge of the water, you just see a little bit of debris coming out of the ocean, but not much in the way of trash, so it's a pretty nice area. In the summertime, it is jam-packed. So what we're looking at here along the beach with the empty umbrellas now, but the majority of the time you're going to have sun loungers and sun chairs out there that you can rent. They're usually about €5 a piece, and you get them for the entire day. And straight across this little cut of water here, might be able to make out the big ships. You got ferry ships that leave from here and go over to Italy. They go to Bari and they go to Ancona. And one leaves every day for Bari, usually about 9 or 10 p.m. in the evening. So we're going to continue to walk along the beach here. Quite a few folks out today enjoying this warm temperature on a azure colored sky morning. Welcome to downtown Durres. You see right here on the outskirts of town is the remnants of the Venetian Tower, and the wall adjacent to it, that dates back to the 5th century. That's like 1700 years ago to you and I, give or take. So I thought we'd walk up towards the main city square here where the mosque is, and also the center of town. And there's also a great coffee shop up there that I think I'm going to reward myself with a cup of Java here as morning has turned into afternoon. A little ice cream, if you please. See, they've got the holiday Christmas lights strung across the roadway here. A little bit over a month before the official holiday. Palm trees and blue sky. This is a main thoroughfare for a little bit of shopping, a little bit of dinner, bistros, cafes. Some artwork here on the sidewalk. A little sporting goods store there, the Intersport. So the lights will come on in just a few hours, because sundown right now is about 4:30 in the afternoon. It gets dark early. And some souvenir shop here. Some neat throws, blankets. Gucci sunglasses. All right, we're gonna head up to the center. I think that is the college right there where that dome is, the university area. All right, more to come from the center. Just a quick walk up from where we paused moments ago. Up those stairs, where that gentleman is heading right now, will take you to the Durres Amphitheater, which is a 2,000-year-old remains of a Roman amphitheater. I walked up there a couple days ago. I'm not going to do that one today. I'm going to make a pair of videos, I think, from Durres. That way it won't be 45 minutes long like some of the other ones have been. That is the mosque here in the center. It is not open today. And this here would be the main city center area of Durres. He's surrounded by some restaurants. A very pleasant place to sit down and relax, especially on a warm afternoon like today. This restaurant here, S-E-M-A, Sema, maybe? Read very good things about that. You can eat very affordably in Durres. Maybe I'll do a price video for Albania, but even down here in the city center, you can get by for a dinner with maybe not drinks included, but 15 to 20 euro. So it certainly would not break the travel budget. So this splits right here at the square. It goes two directions, one to the left, one to the right. Both of them offer quite a bit of shopping, more cafes. I mean, there are so many cafes and restaurants and places like that along the city of Durres. Kid just threw a bird up in the air. Back here through the clover, a little damp from the rain. Just nice to be somewhere where, as winter time is right around the corner, everything is still so green. Art Cafe, I've read good things about that place as well. You can sit out here in the garden. Of course, it's in the shade right now, as we just went into the afternoon. It's about 12:30. And then there's another cafe here, that behind that row of hedges there. You can also go into the garden. My destination, though, is across the street. I just discovered this place, and they're all over Albania. I don't know why it took me a week to find it, but I will go to the Sophie Cafe. All right, we'll come back with a little bit more Durres. So I made it back down to the port area here, and there's a really nice promenade that runs the length of the shopping and dining area down here. Straight ahead, across the water, you see the actual shipyard itself. that handles all the cargo and freight that come in by sea, and also you can take a ferry across to Italy, take you to Bari and Ancona, I think are the two I mentioned before. I've done the one to Bari a couple summers ago, and it's about maybe a 9.5 hour ride, but it takes off in the evening time and you wake up on the shores of Italy. Had a little puppy dog friend join me for I grabbed a sandwich down there at a little cafe here on the water, and he sauntered over, and I had a bottled water, so I filled up a ashtray with water, and he went through about 3 cycles of that and then gave him a little bit of my sandwich. There's one thing I have noticed here in Durres. There are a lot of dogs and cats that kind of wander. Some of them you see are tagged, so my guess is maybe they've been chipped by veterinarians and they've got their shots and whatnot, but there are a lot of roaming animals. Not aggressive though. They just they kind of hang out and hope somebody will give them some food, which I was more than happy to do. He looked like he was pretty well taken care of though. He looked like he was groomed pretty good. Had the unique 2 different eye colors though. I don't know if that showed up on the video or not, but so I think I'm going to pause here from Durres. I'm going to come back with a part 2 video and show some more of the historical things, such as the amphitheater and the Roman baths and the Roman thermal spas and things such as that. Only about an hour and a half of daylight left here this afternoon. Tomorrow cooler, rain returns, and then the day after, just like yesterday, looks like it's going to be a complete washout again. November is definitely the rainiest month of the year in Albania, and this one is no exception to that. So we're going to walk back down towards the actual main beach area, get away from the city here, and we'll come back with a part 2 in no time. Good afternoon from warm, sunny Durres Albania. So long.